What's good, my people? It's your boy June from the Florida Ski Riders and June's World, and today I am changing my oil and spark plugs to my 2018 Yamaha EX Deluxe. Now I thought I would bring you this video to let you know and to show you how easy it is to do your own oil change and spark plug change on your Yamaha EX or any TR-1 motor. So the reason why I like to do my own oil change and spark plug change is because, one, it's a lot more cheaper. Now the kit alone costs about $40. Spark plugs, with the spark plugs, about $6 each. So roughly with the kit and spark plugs, you're going to spend about $58. That's compared to spending $250 at your local dealership to do the oil change for you, and that's kind of costly for me. I can't afford that. So we are gonna do it, or I'm gonna do it myself. All right, guys. So first step is to make sure that you start the engine. Get that oil running for about a good 4 to 5 minutes. Make sure it gets nice and hot so the oil gets a lot thinner and becomes more easier to extract out the motor. Start your motor, then turn your water on. You don't want to turn your water on with the motor off, because you'll end up damaging your motor. It's been about 5 minutes now. I'm gonna go ahead and shut it off. You gotta make sure you shut off the water first before you shut your motor off. You'll end up blowing blow valve, whatever it's called. Let it run for a few seconds, let all the water out. Now that we have her back in the shop, we're going to go ahead and pull out the dipstick and see how much oil is on the dipstick, just to mark it off to make sure when we fill it back up. When we fill it back up, we're at the same level we were when we took it out. So now right about full. So we're at full. I'm gonna go ahead and stick it back in one more time, check it just to be 100% positive. All right, and we're gonna unscrew it. Where's my paper towel? So I'm gonna drop it all over the place. Oh, it didn't work. Oh, we're at half. We're at full, so we know how much oil to put back in once we take out. So, oh, I don't need to put that in there, so we'll go ahead and just take this, clean it on up, and set her right there. Okay. Now, next, we're gonna go ahead and take this clip out, because this is the overflow hose for the oil. So we'll go ahead and extract oil from here too. Okay, so what you want to do first is you want to go ahead and take off this clamp and move your hose, take your hose off. Okay, now, so don't let your ski get like this. I've just brought my ski and I started running it in salt water and I wasn't cleaning it properly, and that was the result of that. I'm going to be changing those clips out though soon. Next, you're going to open up your oil cap here. This is my extractor. This bad boy works wonders. Sometimes a little difficult to use, but it does the job. All right, right, so you take your hose, your extractor hose, and you stick it down where the dipstick goes in. Now, there's two areas where you're gonna have to extract oil from. It doesn't matter where you get it from first. Just pull it out. Now, I'm gonna go ahead and run my hose first down the dipstick. And in the dipstick, when you stick it in the hole, there's actually another layer down there that you can actually, if you move your hose around a little bit, you can kind of get it into that hose and go further down. And you'll be able to extract more oil out. There it goes. I just found it. I stuck it all the way in. Okay, now it's plugged in. All I have to do is start pumping. You want to make sure that you get all of it out. Gotta move it around a little bit. Okay. Go ahead and go to the hose now, extract from the hose. Push it all the way in. Right. Now, go to the next hole, which will be where you pour your oil in. Just the top of the valve. Sometimes you won't get a lot of oil out of here, but just try it. It never hurts. Right. I'm gonna go ahead and stick it down the dipstick one more time. Okay. Well, it seems like we got it all out. Go ahead and pull the dipstick out. Clean it. Dropping oil all over the place. Okay, so the next step is going to be to make sure you take off the filter. Now, you're going to need a filter wrench to take it off. And a ratchet. Make sure you put a rag behind it because it will spill out. Make sure you wipe up around the area. Get all the oil out. Okay, so next you're gonna install the filter, and basically this filter comes in the kit that you buy from your dealership. It has a little plastic on it that you want to make sure you take off. Okay, so you want to put a little bit of oil on the rim here to make sure that it does not seize to the actual motor. Comes with a little bit of a lubricant on it already, but I like to put a little bit more. Okay. Now that I have my oil on it, now it's time to install it. Okay. I like to tighten it hand tight, and that's it. That's all you need. Next step is add the oil. We only took out 2.5 quarts of oil, so we can only put back 2.5 quarts until we check the levels. Now I'm using Yamalube 10W40 4-weight, and we're only going to put the 2 quarts in the dipstick area, and we're going to put 1/2 quart in the overflow area. Okay, now I have my 2 quarts of oil in the motor. Now I'll go ahead and remove the overflow hose. And I'm doing this twice because I put it back on and forgot I had to put oil back in it. So once you add your oil to the hose, I'm gonna add about 1/2 quart because that's about my limit right now until we check the levels of the oil. And you're going to want to install your dipstick and oil cap, and make sure you clean up your area. You don't want to leave oil laying around. It just makes your motor look dirtier. Okay, so I hooked up the hose. We're going to run the motor for about a good 4 to 5 minutes, get the engine hot, get the oil running nice and hot, and we can check the dipstick level and see how high the oil is. Okay, remember, start your motor first, and then your water. All right, it's about that time. Turn it off. Should be nice and hot. Shut the water off. Let most of the water go out. Go ahead and disconnect. Now we can check the oil, see how high it is, and make sure that we got the right level of oil in here. All right, it's a little windy out here. I couldn't really tell, so let's go ahead and do it again. All right, pulling it back out. And it says I'm full. Perfect. So we got that done. Now we're gonna go ahead and change the spark plugs, and we're done. Okay, oil levels look perfect. We're gonna go ahead and pull her back into the shop and install the spark plugs. All right, so we're gonna take these out. So you're gonna need a 10mm socket to remove your spark plugs. Make sure you unplug them. Longer one. Having my 16mm, I'm gonna go ahead and run it down the spark plug hole here and remove the spark plug. You gotta make sure you're careful. You don't want to break it off in there. Pop it loose. Whew, that one's kind of burnt. All right, so now I put the new one in. Same one. Stick it back in here. Boom. And feed it down. You want to fasten it down by hand. You don't want to over tighten this because you can break it off in the heads, and if you do that, it's gonna cost you a lot of money. So just make sure you hand tight. So right there, I got pressure. It's tight. I'll put this on here just to snug it tight, and that's it. Next, take and put it right back on it. Should push it all the way down. I like to do one at a time, so that way you don't confuse anything. You know exactly what you took off and what you put back on. And these bolts also don't need to be tightened too much, just enough to where they snag. All right, take out the second set. So repeat the process for the rest of them and you're done. Well guys, now that you've seen it and you've seen how it's done, I hope you can go out there and try it and do it just like I did. Or not, I mean, you guys probably know how to do it better, but it's just to give you some type of information, knowledge. I'm no professional, so I try my best. If there was something that I did not do right or I could have done better, please comment below. I'm always open for suggestions. You know, I just did this video just so you guys can see how I do it. I'm not saying that this is the right way to do it, but this is my way to do it. If you also want to see some more content like this, please comment below, hit that like button, and don't forget to subscribe, because I will be doing some more upgrade videos in the future. The jet ski is definitely going to go a little more faster. Wait for that video because I will be dropping it. So guys, until then, peace.